Hello, it's me, Leah, and Lynn again. I have to do this fast and loud because we've tried to start this about 5 times and this is what's happening. Also, one time the dinosaur roared. So
it could have been me, sorry.
I know, and now, anyway. This kid just stomped past and stared at us the whole time. It feels so self-conscious. She's a child, who cares what she thinks? But anyway, there's obviously going to be a lot of noise and whatever because we are at SAM, South Australian Museum, at the RELICS exhibition, which is a Lego exhibition by Alex and Jackson from Lego Masters. I know I just said that 2 different ways, but I can say Lego Masters and say Lego like that because that's how the name of the show was introduced and that's how I heard it all the time, and that's some Lego falling on the ground. But because I'm from South Australia, I always say Lego. Like that. Lego. And when I write it, I spell it like that too. Lego. Anyway, it's I think there's about 8 or 10 worlds here, but I've actually been here once before. I went for one of the boys' birthdays, but Lynn and I have come again. Well, I've come again with Lynn so that we could do a bit of a vlog, and also because it's just very cool. And because they're like, it's minifig scale and there's like 10 worlds, there's so much detail. It's not like you can be like, oh, I've seen this, boring. You'll see more every time. And the good thing is that there's these little booklet things, and you can pick your level of difficulty that gives you some little extra activities to look for when you go through each stage. So there's like young at heart, actual young, and I think maybe like a
Alpha.
But yeah, relics like us. Circling the drain of life. Anyway, let's go.
And Lego, relics, scavenger hunt.
Can't really see the colour so well, but it's kind of like neon. It's so cool. Like, I mean, to be honest, everything is so cool in here. But, yeah. The second I said to Lynn, oh, it's heaps good, it's not as busy as it was the first time I came. So I'll just try to get like a bit more of a kind of background shot. Everybody just came and stood in the exact same spot. Timing. Oh yeah, so that's the outside of the museum there, which I didn't do this morning because, to be honest, I was a little bit dusty. So yeah, that's the museum next to the art gallery, which is just down there. Yeah, anyway, museum. Okay, so it's actually later in the weekend because when I got home from the Lego exhibition and looked at the kind of outro that I filmed in the exhibition, it's very dark and the sound isn't great, so we'll go through it again here and hopefully I remember what I said then. But anyway, the exhibition was so good. I think you can see in that pan of the room, it's not massive and you might be thinking, oh, that's pretty small, but there is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I probably should have counted this before, about 11 separate little worlds in there, and even then that might seem like, well, that's not a lot, but you have to remember that minifigs are really small, right? This is a minifig, it's so tiny, right? So you could put like, you could hang 3, 5 of these off of a shoe, right? And the shoe is still not going to look crowded because they're so small. So there's so much detail in those worlds. Like Jackson and Alex, or Jalix as we took to calling them because it was much easier to say, they've created these really elaborate worlds in a very small space because of the scale of the minifig. And it is like, it's so great. It's great. It's such inspiring like building work and just design, so creative, and they've just done just such a really amazing job. And like every person that we saw in there was just really enjoying it, you know what I mean? They were really like, everyone's squatting down to get like, look at every layer of the displays, like, you know, I'm pointing out different things. And I can't remember if I said this or not, but in every world Jackson and Alex in minifig form appear, and so you try to find them in every world. And again, that can be a bit challenging, right? Because some of these ones, there's like hundreds of minifigs in there. If you have a look now at this one on the jet ski,
Oh, there's going to be more.
Right, that's so many, and that's just one small part of it, right? This is a whole jet ski, so you got to try to find them in that. And the good thing is though that they have, obviously they both have very long hair, but Alex's hair is so good because it comes like over one shoulder, like in everyone it's like this big like, and then over one shoulder, and then he's got like his little moustache, and that actually makes it easier to find them because they have those quite distinctive features, which is good. And it's an extra bit of fun, right? Because there's so much to look at when you get to each world. You're like, oh my god, where do you even start? And I guess that's another thing that's good about this too. So that's a little preview. Don't look too much because you don't want to spoil it for yourself if you're still going to go. Also, that is my writing. It's bad, eh? But I know what it says. Pizza. And all the answers are on the back, so if you don't find them afterwards, or you know, whatever, you can have a little bit of a cheat if you need it, or if you can't follow the questions. So I did pick up the young adult one, which is I think the medium, and Lynn did the young at heart, which was the hard. So yeah, and then at the end you can, you know, draw your own minifig. But as discussed in the Andy Warhol one, drawing is not my strong suit, so I did not draw that. But yeah, no, it was really great. It was such a fun exhibition, such a great scavenger hunt too. Really helps you, I guess, kind of focus your, you know, focus in on a point to start with, and then you can explore each little part of the world as you go along once you found the thing that you needed to find. But oh, look, actually, you can see them in a drawing form here. I don't know if that's, oops, there we go. Stop moving thing. It was nice outside because it's nice weather, but it's a bit windy and also birdy. Anyway, so yeah, if you haven't been yet and you live in Adelaide and you love Lego, or you like art, or you think you might like one of those things, or let's be honest, we're heading into some like wintry, rainy weather, which isn't always the most fun. Totally, my minifig nearly blew away. It's alright guys, I saved him. Think about going because it is good fun. Like I said, it's really fun for any age, and yeah, we all recommend it, including this guy. I picked up these minifigs once when I was at the Lego shop at Marion because I was going to make a little band, which is space buns, and that helped. That hat was funny, and then like some pebble hair. But yeah, they picked it as well because then I've got a microphone that came with different minifigs, like blind bag one that I got, so I've got like a little guitar, a saxophone, but they didn't have a third instrument for me to choose, so I chose, of course, that very common instrument, a balloon animal. Anyway, that's just an aside. If you love to make your own minifig, you can go to the Lego shop at Marion and do that. Anyway, so yes, definitely recommend going. I'm pretty sure it's running until like July 23, so you've still got like, I don't know, what's that, 5-6 weeks to go, and you know, it's not as busy as it had been like in the first time I went. The first time it was relatively new and it was very busy. It has waves of busyness, but you don't have to wait so long at the moment to kind of have your turn where you're in front of the display, like hogging the view. But it's still, like I said, it's still worth it, even if you have to wait a little time to look at things, because you know what, waiting's not the worst thing in the world. So anyway, yes, Relics at the Relic exhibition at the South Australian Museum, designed by Jackson and Alex from Lego Masters, the winners from one of the series of Lego Masters. So go and have a look. Alright, bye.